There are legion ways to introduce people to Shakespeare. In fact, Greg Doran, the artistic director of the Royal Shakespeare Company, just this very week, called for kids as young as 8 to be introduced to Shakespeare, and I couldn't agree more wholeheartedly. As I said at the beginning, I am very, very lucky to get to teach and act and workshop this man's works. I'm asked sometimes when I go into schools and I'm faced with the same problem, more or less. One problem over here on these shores. Kids hate Shakespeare. The problem when on my travels around the world have been not an antipathy towards Shakespeare. If anything, there's a greater love for him, maybe because they don't have the burden or the onus of him being part of our cultural heritage. No, the students that I meet in America and India, around Europe, they love him, but they don't feel like they can do him properly because they don't have the right accent. I was giving a talk in Somerset, one of the very few dry bits left of it, unfortunately, last weekend. And someone said, well, what would you do? I said, I'll tell you exactly what I'd do. The very first time I was introduced to Shakespeare, I was told to study him, and then I was examined on him. I was 14 years old. What would happen if we introduced our teenagers, our younglings, to Shakespeare from an actor's point of view, with the manual that Shakespeare wrote on how to perform them? If we had, not all schools can afford this, but we have had actors come in, or drama departments, they get their first slice of the Shakespearean cake. By the time you're 16, you're skilled in recognizing Shakespeare's voice. You're skilled, perhaps, in speaking it and understanding what it means to say, aye, but to die and go we know not where. To actually think the thought, to be or not to be, that is the question. And then you can choose to study him at A level in a literary critical manner. How wonderful. How full of joy would the literature teachers be? How full of joy might the kids be? These are really, really wonderful works.